last game of the regular season. The new Trier Trevians take on the Niles North Vikings. And actually, this will be a case of New Trier playing Niles North and then coming back to Niles North for the regional playoffs on the IHSA state playoffs. Though this game is just a regular crossover game, regular season, and really kind of meaningless other than it's a look-see at what is possibly, if not probably, going to happen when the two teams double back in the regional championship game. And New Trier won the opening tip, put it in. I thought we were at Niles North. Shows you where I was. No, we're at New Trier for this crossover game. Central Suburban South being the host. And we got the little kids all here in the way. We'll have to yell and scream at them here shortly. And Canelos from the outside. Nope. To the side, going for the three over everything. You know why I don't like to be in the stands here. It's our home court. Smith, nope. And out of bounds. There we go. We yelled at him. The shot, no. And put in by Tyler Van Gorp. They didn't listen to me, I guess. Up and over everything. Trevians have it back. Whoa. Up top, Van Gorp. Fegan, but Fegan got fouled. I don't know, they had something about a kids' day today. Last game of the regular season. Inbounded, and Fegan lost the handle. There I go. Finally got him to move. Niles North with the basketball. Inside, now put back out again. New Trier will be coming into the sectional pot as the number one seed. Van Gorp to Fellert. And up and no. Put back is good. It was initially the Canelos with the shot. Up and no. Van Gorp with the rebound. Canelos drives. Heavy on the basket. Trevians are with a slow start here today. Now top, going for the long one. Nope. Canelos with the rebound. I think that's Canelos. No, I'll take that back. Yeah, it is Canelos. And going for the three. No. Rim. Rolled around. Just a little off. Vikings with the basketball. Smith stole it, or had it given to him. And Canellis, no. We've played a pretty good amount of time here in the first quarter, and nobody's scored. Not going to go very far in the playoffs playing like this. Got to finish it off. Up ahead, no. And the three, yes, switchery for three. Figures it's Jake Fegan. And timeout is taken. Seven nothing Trevians. 3:42 when we started the play up again. At that last stoppage there. Loose on the floor, bouncing it around, and Trevians pick it up. Yoshitani. Up top, rotation. Yoshitani. Give it to Feller. Feller, no, short. Like I said, the advantage of this is that it's a meaningless game at this point, other than kind of a tune-up for the playoffs, because everything's set up for the playoff end of it. Everything's set, other than you're playing out the last game of the regular season. Yoshitani to Feller, back to Yoshitani. Rotation, back top, Ian Brown from the outside. Ian, no, bit heavy. It looked like I might have been wide right. On the spin, they shot no. Trevians bring it back. They whoop and up and in. Feller with the lay-in. The new Trier pod here would be not Niles North for the regional. Back here to New Trier for the sectional. Then Now Arena, the old Sears Arena, out in Hoffman Estates for the Elite Eight game. And then Champaign for the championships. Yoshitani tried to save it, couldn't do it. And it is Niles North basketball. Now the inbound. Vikings. And stolen. Yoshitani, and he had it stolen out of his hands. He shot up and in for the first points for Niles North, I believe. Late here in the first quarter. Logan. Smith on the spin around, back up top, going for the three, a little off. It was, looked like that was Ian Brown. Yeah, foul. Yeah, I guess I was off. Niles North has 4 points. Here's the shot in for the deuce. And the Trevians lead is cut to 3 here. Yoshitani gave it up top. Ian Brown handed it off. Finnerty and Trevians. Switchery for 3 from the outside at the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter of this one, on a rather quick first quarter, sloppy though it was, Trevians lead by 6 at 12-6. Niles North inbounds to start the second quarter. We're here at New Trier at the Northfield campus this year. Next year we'll be back at the Winnetka campus. Logan Feller. Now Smith. Van Gorp gave it out to Fagan. He passed to Van Gorp. Van Gorp tried for the reverse layup and it didn't work. I know this is a meaningless game, but you can't be playing like this going into the playoffs and expect you to go very far. I mean, I'm not saying anything more than the sloppiness of this game and a lack of finishing it off on the part of the Trevians. Nope. It was Fegan. Up top, in the corner, deep to the corner, switchery for 3. I don't think maybe it's the case that the Trevians just weren't ready for this one. As meaningless as it was, they didn't really prepare in their heads for it. I've got a suspicion something's going on here on this. Up and in on the reverse layup by Smith. Kobe Smith. Out top, out of bounds. A zigzag play. And New Trier gets the basketball. Give it off to Van Gorp. Van Gorp missed the lay-in. Jump ball, alternate possession, though, retains with the Trevians, so they'll still have a shot at this one this time around. Up top. And a long one for Fegan. Switchery for 3. Up top. You shot no, but the obvious foul. Niles North had last couple of years, I guess the last time they were truly a good team was that 2018. In the sectional semifinal, New Trier was down, came back in the final minute to tie it. It took 2 overtimes to win it. That was the year of the tall trees, with 3 players at about 6'8" up front. At least 6'8". We had one that was taller than that. Niles North will inbound. Whoops, off the side of the backboard. Trevians get it. And Fagan again goes for the 3, and that was wide. And the jumper short. And again, Van Gorp came up with it. Into Van Gorp. Back up top. Fagan again goes for the 3 there. Hits it this time. Switcheroo for 3. Come on back up top. Oops, he stepped on the line trying to save it. Just couldn't do it. Feller inbounds it. And Feller for the 3. Switcheroo for 3 for Logan Feller. In the corner, going for the 3. Nope, heavy. Try again. Nope. And brought down by Fagan. Fagan for a long distance 3, and that was heavy. The shot, no. And last touch by New Trier. Couple of substitutions. Trevians inbound. Logan Feller. Inside, no, that wasn't Feller. Yeah, it was. Finnerty, zigzag. Couldn't get the pass to Jake Fagan. On the side, into the paint. Knocked away, and Trevians, the outlet pass, and Fagan finishes it off with the layup. As the Trevians finally have found their style and have spread out the lead to 17 here. Smith and Canelos check in for New Trier. Trevians finally found a way to put it in the basket, I guess. Maybe that first quarter was nothing more than the feeling out stage or something. Up top, into the paint. No. And player control charging. Of course, I'm showing my age by calling it charging because that's the old call. Now it's just player control. Canelos across the timeline. Canelos tried to go the distance. No, and he got fouled, and he'll go to the line. I assume we're going to see everybody playing this game. Last game of the regular season. Got the first. Of course, what's unique, got the second. What's unique about this situation, of course, is how close the two of them are going to play. From this to assuming the playoffs, New Trier are going to come in as number one, so they're going to have the bottom feeder as their first game in the playoffs. So you assume New Trier are going to be there, and Niles North's going to have a much tougher chance because they're going to have to play their crosstown rival Niles West for the honor, so to speak, of playing New Trier. Into the paint. Now kick back out, going for the three. No. Canelos. To Smith. Rotation. Back up top. In Brown. Fagan. And dish off. Trevians working around the perimeter a little bit. No. Traveling. So we're done with the first half. And the Trevians in command of this one. Trevians lead by 19, 29-10. Niles North will inbound. They start the second half here. The inbound was Niles North giving it off, setting to play up here. And the jumper good for the deuce. Trevian lead cut to 17. Fagan, Smith, Feller in for Fagan. Reverse layup good for the deuce. Back up to a 19-point Trevian lead. Out of bounds. Possession to New Trier. Canelos taking his time, getting across the timeline. And Fagan on the back door. And errant pass. And a zigzag play. Deflected by Niles North, though. Trevians will have the basketball right in front of their own bench. The inbound, Fagan to Smith, no. Van Gorp finishes it off. Back up top. And switchery for three from the outside for the Vikings. Six minutes and change left. If I read the clock right there. And trying a reverse layup, never got the oomph to it. And trying with a long outlet pass to Fagan, and that was intercepted. Into the paint, kick back to the corner, going for the three, no. And foul on the floor. And stolen. And Fagan with the slam jam to finish it off. I remember both the coaches in the 1970s were very angry when players did slam jams. There were a couple of years, I don't remember exactly where it was actually illegal to slam a jam. It's a technical. Kick back up top. Feller, Fagan. I know in the 1950s it was illegal to do that, but they allowed it for a number of years, and then I want to say about the 1970s somewhere that they stopped it for a couple of years. But the coaches at New Trier, the two coaches, at the time of the two high schools, they both very upset when a player did that, even when it was illegal. Up top, going for the three, yes. Canelos. We're in the third quarter. Last game of the regular season. And Canelos with the deuce. We will be here for the New Trier playoffs, but we won't be. There's a point where the Illinois High School Association takes over the broadcast rights, And we are not allowed to do that. We're allowed access. We still video the games, but we don't have access to put it on the internet. Is basically what it amounts to. And foul right off the bat here, and we'll do it all over again. Inbounded up top. Canelos gave it off to Brown. Brown went for the outside three. No. Fegan strong-armed it away. Tried to find Feller, and it didn't quite work. Vikings with the basketball. Drive to the basket. The shot, no. Out ahead. And up and in by Yoshitani. And the outside, nope. Back up top. Stolen. Fegan. And he'll go with the layup. And count it and the foul. And Jake Fegan will go to the line. Couple of substitutions for the Trevians. Will Lemaster into the game. Trevians up by 26. And Quinfinity also checks in. Switchery for three from the corner. You know, this game now has basically become all new Trier after the incredibly slow start they had. Ian Burns, and he got pushed. Ian Brown, I did it again. Ian Burns was a player a couple of years ago. University of Michigan, I think. Trevians lead by a bunch. Minute 50 left to play in the third quarter. Brown rolled it over the rim. Put back. That one also over everything. And go for the three wide left. Loose on the floor and foul. No, just out of bounds. And New Trier basketball. The way they initially signaled it, I thought it was Niles North that had it. Smith gave it in. Up top. Smith. Counted and the foul, I assume. So Kobe Smith goes to the line. And got the three-point play the hard way. Coming up. Yeah, that'd be interesting. On one play, how could you get 5 points off a single play? I mean, legally, hitting all the baskets. I'm not talking about missing because I can figure out how you get 4, but how would you get that extra one? Yeah, traveling. Yep. And they call timeout. The inbound. Finnerty. Up Tom Yoshitani. Or take that back, Lee Master. And off Finnerty. And they're saying now that was off Niles North. Sticking the hand on it, getting a little pinky on it. Now another fall. Ian Brown tried to strong arm it up. No. Out of bounds off the shot. And Niles North with the basketball. As we wind down the third quarter. And traveling. Inbounded. Yoshitani takes the shot. Yeah. So the Trevians, it was a 2-pointer, not a 3-point shot there by Yoshitani. And we're done with the third quarter here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. With the Trevians well in control, 49-25. The inbound, Yoshitani. Up top. And 3-second violation against New Trier. Up top. To the side, back out high. Try for the give and go and missed connections on the pass. The inbound, Yoshitani. Lee Master. Back to Yoshitani. Kick back out high. And the rotation around. And going for the long one. Nope. Out of bounds. Tried to knock it off the Trevian, but he was already out of bounds when he did it. The inbound. Lee Master. Yoshitani. Schnecker gave it off back to Brown. Brown drives and lays it in. Up top, going for the three. Yep. I think that was a deuce. I take that back. I think that was a deuce. 5 minutes and about 5.5. Long shot, no. I think it was Ian Brown with that three. The long outlet pass to Ian Brown. And Brown got fouled. Ian Brown goes to the line. Yeah, it's the first. Got the second as well. And Cooper Monroe checks in. As we said, we're probably going to see everybody. Give everybody a chance to play in a game here. You get to the playoffs and some of those players that have been sitting a little further down the bench may not get a chance to play in the playoffs. Up and no. Simon Rozak checks in. Inbound to Schnecker. Schnecker, I forgot the extra N in there. Up and the back door. And Yoshitani with the deuce. I think that was, no, that wasn't Yoshitani. That was Lee Master. It's hard to keep track of who's out there. Finnerty to Rozak. Up top. And Monroe with the deuce. Up and no. And stolen. And foul and Ari Schenecker to the line. Gets the first. Charlie Peters checks in. Got them both. That gives it a 30-point lead. I think that changes it to running time. I don't know if it's 30 or 40 in basketball. For New Trier, it's a good game for Niles North. The problem is they're looking at a game like this where they're getting blown out. That chances are they're going to have to, if they beat Niles North in the first game of the regional, they're going to have to face this New Trier powerhouse again. And of course, the deal is that North Niles West game, you expect to be a very intense game. Lee Master missed the first. And again, a couple of substitutions here. And some more. A shot blocked. Charlie Peters, and Peters lost the handle. And then Peters with a nice job of blocking the shot. This floor was so spacious, that's why New Trier came up with the idea of putting that wide stripe, the wide colors around the sidelines and the baseline, because the stands are set far back and up and in for the deuce. Eli Garber with the deuce. Up top. Into the paint, run and gun, and the deuce for Niles North. Another case of you score 30 points in a game, and you're not going to go very far. As the Trevians hold it now for the final few seconds. Trevians win this one by 31, 62-31. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast wherever you may be on the network line. Join us for our next sports action here on the network. And for all of us, we say as always, thanks for watching and so long, everybody. This has been a Metro Chicago Sports Network copyrighted presentation. All rights reserved.